It's a great gloomy day here on the homestead today. We got a little bit of a breeze. It's kind of chilly. It's in the lower 50s, upper 40s. They didn't call for rain today, but it looks like rain. It doesn't feel like rain. I mean, you don't feel any moisture in the air. So I guess winter time's here. We have a frost warning tonight. We weren't supposed to have our first frost until October 19th, which, you know, has come and gone. But we got our first frost October 6th. It's either 6th or 7th. I was up at my friend's house helping her when we hit the first. It was a light frost. We've had 3 light frosts since then, but it's a frost nonetheless. So I don't know. I got zucchini setting on, and I've got broccoli. It's nothing but leaves, and I'm gonna have to pull my winter carrots, and I need to get my garlic and my winter over onions in the ground. So I still got a lot to do in the next few days. I don't think getting a frost this early will hurt those, as long as it's not a hard freeze, but I do need to get them into the ground, and just so much that needs to be done and not enough hours in the day, like with everyone else. That's part of homesteading. You put the priorities first and the others have to wait. That's just all I can do. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, today is a gloomy day. Looks like rain, but we're not calling for rain, so I don't know if we'll get it or not, but it's definitely chilly out. We've had some cold nights and cold mornings here in the last week on the homestead, so it's time to start winterizing. I put it off as long as I can, and I don't want to get stuck doing it when it gets really, really cold. So the first step is winterizing the outside of the homestead, which solely is putting covers over the vents. There are 4 vents underneath this house that I live in. I do not own it. I would put more, but there's 4, and they are the type that go in. The owner had the type that usually goes into the faucet the soffit, and they're not really the right ones to go underneath, so I can't close them and open them, so I have to cover them. And I'm going to cover them with some of my feed bags to help block the cold air from going underneath. Then I take the covering off in the summer to let it air out, because there's a lot of moisture underneath here. So I'm going to reposition it and show you what I'm doing. Like I said, there are 4 of these that I need to cover. And I use the black Gorilla Tape. I find it works really well on this tin. It holds really well. It's very strong. And I just like the way it works. It's hard to get off, but it's worth the struggle. So we're going to cover this first one here. I did pre-measure and pre-cut them. First year I did this, I tried to cut them as I went, and it was pretty much a headache. So I pre-measure and pre-cut them now. too far. I'm going to put another piece on that bottom there, just to be sure. Acts like it's not wanting to hold real well. I think I'll have enough tape to get it all done. Yeah, that gives me better peace of mind. So that's number 1 down, and we got 3 more to go. As you can see, this is the access panel to go underneath the house that the owner had put in. And I never have in the past covered this, but I think today, since I do have a lot of the feed sacks, that this year I'm going to cover it because a lot of air can get in through there. I don't know why I never covered it before, but this year I'm going to, but I'll have to cut a feed sack for that and do it last. This is the fourth and last one, and this is really the most difficult one to get to because I have to move my cans out. One of my cans, and it is very heavy. I didn't video that because I grunt and groaned a lot. But I'm going to go ahead and get this one put on. Then I'm going to cut one to go over that access door. And then I will have the outside. I'd say I have it done, but I might. I've considered maybe, no, I think I'll caulk the inside of the windows, not the outside. I've never caulked the windows either. I've always just weather stripped them and put the plastic on them. But I think I'm going to do all three this year. We had that polar, whatever it was, come through last year in December. And I had covered the windows and done everything, and we still about froze. So I'm going to step it up a little bit this year. To clean up a lot of this odds and ends stuff out here and throw it away. I may not have enough tape. Hopefully I'll have enough to do that access door too. Because that's really all I got left to do with this tape. Last year I used regular duct tape and learned that it doesn't like the cold. It didn't. I'd have to keep fixing it because it would start flapping in the wind and everything. But I might have to use it on that access door. Just a little bit more in that corner. I came up a little bit short. There. I find that if it's going to try and come loose, it's going to be around the bottom. Yeah, I ain't going to have enough. That's okay. I can buy some more. I got this at our local hardware store, so I can go buy some more tomorrow. I'm 5 years into having my chickens, and I've developed a rat problem. I got a little rat that hangs around. He lives in my compost pile, and he's been getting in my coop at night. And it took me it was right in front of my eyes. Let me catch you up. It was right in front of my eyes where he was going in and out. There's two spots, one by the big door and one by the little door. He had chewed the wood out from the flooring because I have mine up on a trailer with wood flooring in it, and he chewed the corners out around the doors. And I had put in hardware cloth underneath the wood flooring when I did the flooring. But I thought they'd try and come up through the flooring. I never thought about around the doors. So I'm going to try and put some 2x4s in because the way the wood flooring is, I can't get it out. I used big self-tapping screws, and I don't think I can get that out. And I'm going to stuff some, what do you call it, steel wool in there. And I've been disturbing his place over here in the compost pile. I've been filling in the holes. I saw that online. Try that. Maybe he'll go away. And this morning I filled him with a lot of water. And it's been real cold. And I'll probably fill it with a lot of water again tonight because we're supposed to get a frost. And I'm hoping maybe it'll make him go away. And I'm going to have to start taking my water and my food out of the coop at night, which I don't like doing because they do eat and drink when they get up in the morning. And sometimes I don't get out here to get them out right away. So I'm going to have to change that routine to get out here and get them out. But that's what's attracting him is the water and the food, I'm sure. Because there's never any scraps laying out in the chicken yard because they eat them all before they go to bed, before they roost. So, and it's starting, I read online it can stress your hens. And I've been wondering why I've just been getting one egg here and there, even though they're coming out of a molt. They were starting to lay, and then all of a sudden it went back to just like one egg or no egg. Like today, no egg this morning. And it has to be that rat stressing them. But when I looked in there after dark last night, he was in there next to one of the nesting boxes. Two of my hens were on the nesting, on the edge of the boxes because they don't sleep on the roost. And he was just walking around and they were just ignoring him. And when I shined the light on him, he flew out of the coop and I saw where he's going in and out by the door. He gave away his entry space. So when I got to looking better, I saw he had another entry space there by the door that the chickens go in and out. So he kind of gave his method of getting in and out away last night. But he doesn't come at me. He just startles me when I see him. And honestly, he's kind of cute, but he's stressing my hens. He carries disease. He's pooping in one of the nesting boxes because he must be sleeping in that one at night. And I just don't want him around. And I'm trying to do everything I can to keep from having to use a rat trap. But it's probably going to come down to that before it's over with. But I'm trying these methods first. But when I go to get some more tape tomorrow, I think I'm just going to go ahead, bite the bullet, get a rat trap, see if I can get it set. I've never been good with mouse traps. I don't know about a rat trap. And it is a rat. It's not a mole. It's not a mouse. He's about, without his tail, he's about that big, so he's a rat. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, maybe this will work. Maybe I won't see him tonight. I don't know. But fingers crossed I can get rid of him because he's trying to settle in for winter. And this is the first time I've had any kind of problem. Knock on wood. I haven't had any kind of predator problem other than a few dogs that have come around and tried to chew through the fence, the electric fence, which I don't know how they chewed through it with it on, but they did. I got 3 spots I had to repair. And the hawks pretty much leave them alone because my chickens are black. I guess they figure they're crows. I don't know. And this rat's really the first thing I've had a problem with. So I have had some nights in the summer where I've had my windows open, and I've heard something tippy-toeing across the run because I got a metal roof on the run. And I figure that's probably either possums or raccoons, but to my knowledge, they've never gotten into the coop. So this little boy, he has dug his way in. So we're going to have to try and evict him because I got too many mouths to feed the way it is. And he's stressing my girls. And my boy don't do nothing about it. Screech just sits there and looks at him. Well, hang his head over the roost. He's hanging his head off the roost last night, watching the rat go all over the coop. So, you know, it is what it is. Chores done. That's the only winterizing I do outside as far as to keep the cold out. I'm going to attempt to winterize the run this year. I've been trying to find the $1.25 shower curtains at the $1.25 store, Dollar Tree, and none of the ones I went to so far has had them. I haven't looked online yet, but shipping would be awful. And trying to get something shipped to their stores is more than trouble than it's really worth. And so I'll just have to keep looking or figure something else. I got a couple tarps. I might do that. Might figure something out to do with a couple tarps, but I want to try and block the wind off of them. And majority of the weather comes from this direction and this direction. So I might try and wrap some tarps over their windows also. And leave the other windows unwrapped so they won't get too much moisture buildup. They have vents on the top of there on the front and back for ventilation, but maybe leaving a couple of windows open since the wind doesn't come in this direction will be okay. She's out there purring. She's happy about something. So that's it for this job. Now I do have to do a lot of winterizing inside. It'll involve weather stripping. I'm going to caulk this year, covering the windows with the plastic, and I'm thinking about getting some blackout thermal curtains too, and try and keep us from freezing. That's the whole purpose here, is try and keep the electric bill down and trying to keep the warmth in. So we'll see if it works. Hopefully it will. I'd like to thank you for stopping by today and for visiting us here on the homestead. If you enjoyed what you liked and what you saw, if you liked it, would you please like, subscribe, and thumbs up. I forgot the third one. Thumbs up this video. And I hope to see you all come back again. And from me, my homestead, to yours.